What is going on, guys? Dylan back with another video, and today I'm going to talk to you about grip training, the part of your routine that I'm gonna guarantee about 90% of you aren't doing. So we're gonna talk about how to approach it, what to use, and when to use it. Let's get to the video. Grip training is an essential part for powerlifters and strongman that is often overlooked, especially for powerlifters. It is essential for your deadlifts, and if it hasn't presented itself as an issue yet, it will eventually. At one point or another, your grip will be what is missing in your deadlift. So what can we start doing right now to help your grip? Well, that's what this whole video is about. So we have grip training about once to twice every single week. Now, this doesn't mean it's a whole grip day. You just toss it at the end of either your deadlift day, or if you're a strongman, you toss it at the end of your event day. You can even do another day on your squat day for powerlifters where you have 2 grip training days. So now that we know the frequency, 1 to 2 times a week, depending on how fast you want to build up your grip strength, we got to understand one thing about grip. There are 2 different styles of grip in which you need to train. One is the crush and one is the pinch, right? So for deadlifts, it'll most likely be more of the crush grip work that you need to work on, because that is what's going to be used on the barbell. So you're going to prioritize the crush grip probably about 80 to 90% of the time, but every once in a while, to make sure that you still have that finger strength, you're going to be working a pinch grip. All right, so now we know what we need to prioritize. So what can we do on those days, once or twice a week, to increase our grip strength? Number 1, and this is probably the one that I see most people miss out on, is holding your deadlifts at the top. If you're doing sets of deadlifts, you need to hold at the top, maybe on the last rep, for about 3 seconds and really work that grip. Another thing that we can do just without even doing any grip specific work is staying double overhand on your deadlifts as long as you can. Work that grip as much as you can from this position, and then only when you have to do you switch to your hook, your alternated grip, or your deadlift straps. These 2 things are probably the first thing you need to do to make sure that you're getting the grip work that you need. All right, now that you're doing those 2 things on your deadlift, now we can start prioritizing the other grip work on the end of your deadlift day, on your end of your squat day, or for strongmen on your event day specific training. My number 1 most liked thing to do to increase your grip strength is to start doing farmer's carries. Top loaded, side loaded, I don't really care. All I want you to do is to start doing farmer's carries at the end of one of these days. You can increase weight each round. You can go to a top weight and then back off just like you would with your deadlifts or your squats. But the fact of the matter is you need to start doing farmer's carries. It's probably the most carryover you'll get because you can really, really overload your hands here. Next thing you can do is if you have a pin or a pin load, you can do all the pinch grip, crush grip, with all the different attachments that you have. All you do is just load up that pin for as much as your hand can take and work up to a max weight and try to do a hold. If you can do it, just try to do a different or a lighter weight for as long as you can. There's a bunch of different things you can do with the pins, and there's a bunch of different things you can do with the farmer's carries. Now, if you started using those farmer's carries and you started using the pin to help with your grip one hand at a time, now you can start implementing different things as well. One of my favorites to increase your pinch grip, if you don't have the objects you need, like a fat bar or a Samson bar that's nice, fat, square, you can start doing plate pinch carries or plate pinch holds, where you're going to make sure that you're pinching just with the ends of your fingers and you're holding onto that plate, running with it, standing with it, whatever it is. What you can also do on top of this, just with the plate holds, you can start using the crushers as well. We've all seen them, the little metal thing with little rings up here that have different tension, starting at 1 all the way up to stupid, ridiculously heavy, or starting at 20 pounds and ending all the way up at 500. You can start using these. I would not start with those just because they're like doing a bicep curl instead of doing the full row, right? If you want to make the whole mechanism strong, do the bigger movements, which is the farmer's carries, which is the plate holds or the pin lifts. Then you can start doing some of these crushers and isolate that forearm a little bit better. When you use all of these together, your grip will become stronger. All right, guys, this is how I improved my grip strength. It's how I improve my client's grip strength, and it will improve your grip strength as long as you stay true to what I told you. Start with the big lifts. hold on to your deadlifts. Stay double overhand deadlifts. Then you can start adding farmer's carries and pin lifts. Then you can start doing some crushers or plate holds. If you work in that fashion, add them once or twice a week. Your grip will keep up and won't become a hindrance once your deadlift is very heavy. So work on it now before it becomes a problem. And this is a public service announcement. Quit dropping your damn deadlifts. Peace.